welcome to Nuts Together. This is our show about the nuts and bolts of community building. Each episode, we're going to talk with people who have built communities about just how they did it. How did they get the first people to show up? How did they grow to thousands more members? We're going to talk to some rad people, like Lola Omolola. She started a private Facebook group for Nigerian women called Female in Nigeria, and today it has 1.7 million members and 28 moderators.
This is something that had mattered to me all of my life. And there I was. I wasn't just finding people who were like me. I was finding people who were passionate about what was passionate to me, that I had been alone worrying about and thinking about. And suddenly, it was validation everywhere I turned that people wanted to talk about these things that we were raised with a pinch and shush to shut up about.
We're going to talk to Hector Espinal, who started Rue Crew, a run group in Uptown in New York City.
When I went out by myself, the couple times that I did, I would run a couple blocks and then I say, and then just start walking and or sometimes just even turn back like, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. But when you have a group of friends, it's really, really hard to not do something. You have people that are holding you accountable. You have someone you can talk to. You have a support system.
We're going to talk to Nobu Adelman, who started Choir in Toronto, where big groups of people come together with strangers to sing.
People were so excited after the first night that we ended up doing it every Tuesday for the next year.
We're going to talk to Joe Thompson, who started the Rose City Riveters, the cutting-edge female fan group for women's soccer.
Does the group make everyone generous? Was it generous people that came to it? I don't know, but I will say that I've never met so many selfless people in my life.
And we're going to talk to Dan Madsen. He's the founder and organizer of the very first Star Wars celebration, where fans get together in person, and also the head of the Star Wars fan club. At one point, he had more than 100 employees working for the fan club and was making over $20 million in revenue.
Star Wars was still this magical thing from my youth that I never imagined I would ever become involved with. So to get the opportunity to meet George Lucas and talk about taking over the Star Wars fan club was mind-boggling to me.
These people are all people who have built something with a community, not for an audience, not at an audience, not for customers. They've worked together with a group of people to build something extraordinary. So why are we interviewing these rad people? Why do we give a damn about community? I'll tell you a little bit about us. Each of us, Kai, Kevin, and I, have had the experience of building something phenomenal with a group of passionate people, not for them or at them. That sense of being in it with a group of people we think is really at the center of a community. I was one of the first employees at Instagram, number 8 or something like that, and I worked on the community team. I met Kai there. He had opened the Facebook office in Canada, and before that had worked with some of eBay's power sellers, the early folks selling Pez dispensers and collectibles, and great stories there, more to come. And then I met Kevin when I moved to New York City at the IDEO office here.
Go Kevin.
Go Kev. Kev, you were the first employee at Creativemornings, which is, if you don't know it, Google it, kind of like TEDx without the TED. Grassroots radness. You want to?
Yeah. Grassroots radness.
Grassroots radness. Took it from 3 cities to about 100. And you've worked in grassroots education and also led, very memorably, the campus events back in your Cal days.
Go Superb. you know, it was called Superb, which was actually an acronym, which stood for the Student Union Programming Entertainment Recreation Board.
Wow. That's a huge...
That's clearly one of those things where you choose like the word and then you make it into an acronym later.
Like scuba?
Like scuba sounds like swimming around. What could it mean? Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Yeah, so anyway, we all had these different experiences and then...
we joined forces as people and company because we wanted to spend more time with communities, meet more members, help more of them, and really synthesize what we learn from building communities. You know, I think our goal as a company is really just to help more people start and cultivate authentic communities. That could be as small as, a run crew to as big as a giant activist network. More communities in the world makes the world a better place. So we'll be publishing a book about what we've learned next year. We're working on that. And in the meantime, we're going to share some of our research conversations with you here on the podcast.
We will also be publishing new episodes kind of as we interview people. So this isn't going to be one of those podcasts where we're like building a business and we post this like every week. It's going to be as they come. So expect some inconsistency, which I think hopefully will be fun. We'll see how it goes. And then if you know someone you think that we should interview, please tell us. We are so curious to meet new people who have formed real communities, things that are building with a group of people instead of for them or at them. If you know someone who's done something really cool like that, we want to know them. Send us an email at hi@peopleand.company. That's hi@peopleand.company.
Awesome. That's our URL too. We're not .com, we're .company. So if you want to learn more about People and Company, our little community strategy company /studio / all of our buckets of dreams, go there and you can learn more about us. You can read some articles that some research articles that we've done from our interviews and find the other episodes of the podcast.
Cool. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
More to come.
More to come.
Bye.